Hello, my name is Viki Lareau. Thank you for selecting this video. On this channel, we are all about showing you how to create contemporary modern jewelry designs using very minimal materials, minimal techniques, and minimal time. So if that sounds like fun to you, and it really is, I hope you'll consider subscribing. Mask chains. Crazy. You know, in the jewelry designs I share here each week in these videos, they don't really have a function or a purpose beyond looking pretty or making you feel pretty, you know, which is a great function, very important function for sure. But beyond that, that's about it. So it's kind of exciting to be creating something that has a little bigger purpose. I first saw a picture of something like this that just used like a lanyard, and then I started looking online for some other pictures and really couldn't find anything I thought was very special. And I just thought, why? There's no reason that functionality can't also be glamorous, right? Especially right now. I mean, I don't know about you, but I'm not wearing much jewelry, and I make jewelry for a living, and I'm not even wearing much because I'm working from home so much and not going out, and so I'm not really wearing that much of it. And so I don't know, I think it's kind of fun or something to have something kind of extra, a little something on your mask when you do go, even just run errands or whatever. It just can be a little something fun, make you feel a little more dressed up. You know, or if you do go to work in an office or somewhere where you're wearing masks all day, it surely is very convenient to be able just to take it down and when you need a drink of water or lunch or whatever, and not lose it. Because at least for me, when I'm running errands and I'm mask on, mask off, and put it in my handbag in between, I'm always digging it back out, reshaping it. And so I found this not only to be a glamorous solution, but actually that really works really well. So I'm excited to share different designs with you today. And all of them very easy. Even if you've never made jewelry, you don't need to have jewelry skills. They're all super easy. Very accessible materials. You can find something similar at any craft and hobby store like Michael's or Joann's or whatever. All very affordable and all very pretty, and mostly sparkly. Probably the most expensive design I'm going to share today is a kit that I made for $15. After decades of teaching jewelry, I know a lot of people like to just have a kit. Just give me all the materials and the instructions, and I don't want to have to go look for all the little parts. Just give it all to me at once. So I just put a kit together for $15. But most of these designs I'm going to share with you are all under like $10. So again, very easy, very affordable. I'm excited to share them with you. So let me get this one off my friend here. I only really have two cloth masks, a summer one and a fall one. So you can make a chain and mask to match each. The most important thing on these, though, is they have to attach with a lobster clasp. It's very secure, but you can also get the chain off the mask very easily for when you need to wash it. And they're also the most common clasp. So again, it's going to be very easy for you to find this kind of style at a craft store anywhere. When I made prototypes, I tried different lengths and wore them out, and to see what was really working the best. So I really found that around 18 inches, so 1.5 feet, is a good length that doesn't seem to fight with anything else you have going on. That was kind of one concern I had, that if you were wearing other jewelry, was it going to get in the way, of that? And I found that it really didn't. So it's not really even hitting, my ear or my earring, and even the necklace I have on. So this is at 18 inches. That's falling really nicely. And then when I take it off, it's just kind of sitting right here. So I think that's a good length. So 1.5 feet of chain, and then the two lobster claws. And then sometimes you need a little jump ring in between the two to put them together. It would just look like that, right? There should be just a little jump ring. Looks just like that. And so generally the ring will have a little break at the top where you would open it, right? So if my hands are the jump ring, you can use Any kind of flat plier will work. This is a chain nose pliers. It looks really similar to a needle nose pliers that most people have at home, except it doesn't have all those little lines and ridges on them. We typically never use a needle nose for jewelry making because all those little lines and ridges that are on your plier will end up on your jewelry because metal is really soft. But if that's all you have, that's really fine because this is very simple. We're only doing, a couple little jump rings. It shouldn't make too much of a difference. But ideally, you have two of them or two pliers you can use. And you're putting them on either side of the jump ring with a little break up top. So again, if my hands are the jump ring, here's the break. You just want to open it to the side and back. Open it, put it on, and slide it back. Not this. Don't open it this way. This you're going to weaken the bottom and it will break. So to the side, put it on and back. And it should slide right back into place. If it was cut flush, it should go right back into place. It shouldn't open. So it should be really secure. And again, I keep mentioning you can find these materials at craft stores. I'll also leave links, though I have all these materials available on our website as well. So I'll leave links down below too for these exact chains and what have you too in case you can't find them. But very easy to attach them. So I'm trying to show you different chains. So the kind of heavier chain that I just showed you is an option. It looks heavy, but it's not. It's actually pretty lightweight. But I think it's very, very pretty, very substantial. Comes in lots of metal colors. But it definitely doesn't need to be this heavy. This is another little style that's just a pretty little rope chain, right? So it can't be too delicate, but this is pretty hardy. So it's delicate looking, but still pretty sturdy and will be just fine. And it's a little fancier chain. We call this our disco chain. Get it? It's a disc and an O. And this one, though, does have the little jump ring between the lobster claw and the end of it. And so kind of one thing I think is cool is that, when you aren't wearing it on your mask, you can just wear it as a necklace, right? It's really, really pretty. This one's a little bit longer. I did this one at 24 inches just to kind of see. And it is a little long, but it would definitely work still. But even at 18 inches, when you're not wearing these as a mask chain, you can wear them as a necklace. So just lots of options. That little chain I just showed you, when I did the ends of these, is a little fancier. I did a freshwater pearl that I wire wrapped from the end to the lobster claw clasp, and I did that to match my fall mask. So you can make one to match all your masks. But that's a very little simple technique you can do as well. Some chains, these larger links like I was showing you, actually the links will open on them. So here's that same chain in silver. So you may not even need a jump ring on some of them. So these links actually have a little break in it already. And so I can just open it, again to the side though. I'm be really careful. Oh, it's right on the microphone. So sorry. I'm going to slip a lobster claw clasp on there. Slide it right back in place. There's one side. And we open the other side. And put another one on. And there you go. Done. And that took less than a minute. And it's beautiful. And this is a little hardier chain. We have all of our chains by the foot. So you need a foot and a half. This one's around $5.50 a foot, so call it $8 of chain and a couple dollars for the lobster claw clasp. So it's under $10, and this is a pretty substantial one. When you find chain in the craft store, it's probably in little packages of pre-cut lengths. But again, you just need a foot and a half. Or I'll leave links below for any of these chains, or all of our chain that we have on our website by the foot is available as well. Now, I think, one couple of things. If this is too blingy for you, or maybe someone just doesn't want it to be so shiny, these chains are available in a gunmetal color, like a gray, steely color that's real pretty. This is just like that kind of gold one I showed you, but in gunmetal. And so, right, so it is very subtle. then it doesn't really, if you don't want that sparkle, even that big chain is available in that too. So it's just a nice option. That's the chain I used here in this necklace too. I really love using this little links. So there's different colors available as well. Lots of options. Oh, I wanted to show you the kit that I made, and it's on my mask right here. So here's a little kit option I have that I will link below as well. Or if you have the materials at home, you can just make it yourself. I've done little wire wrap links of crystals. There's the lobster claw clasps. And then I've alternated some crystals and then did the chain links in between. So this chain is the same as this chain, right? But every link just opens, right? And then I've done the crystals with a little wire wrap loop. So I made all those and then linked them together with the chain links. Very simple, but very pretty, right? I think it's really sparkly and like jewelry, but not too much, not too sparkly. But I have it available in gold or silver. I also did a silver that has a gunmetal and more of a gray crystal that's also very pretty. So there's a silver option if you're a silver person instead. But they're both available, $15. I'll leave also a discount code down below. BeadBabe10 will get you 10% off any purchase. But like I said, all these are pretty accessible materials, pretty easy to find. This little wire wrap that I have done between each of these links, if you're not familiar with that, or you don't feel super confident about your wire wrapping, I have a video on my website that teaches you how to do these basic loops. I can actually link it below. So if you need a refresher or instructions on how to do those wire wrap loops, I will leave the video for that. I think that's everything. I think we covered all of our options. Again, I love using chain, and it's simple option. 18 inches, 2 lobster claws, and you're looking gorgeous. So before I let you go, if you liked the video, if you can give it a like or comment down below if you have any questions or comments, or please subscribe. And I'll see you back here next week with new jewelry options and new jewelry designs. So I hope to see you again soon. Thank you again for joining me today. And until we see each other again, go out there, sparkle brightly like the star that you are. Peace.